Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss exercise 10.2, question number 1. From a point Q, the length of tangent to a circle is 24 centimeter and the distance of Q from the center is 25 centimeter. Find the radius of the circle. This is MCQ type question we have to solve. So let us see. First draw the figure for this question number 1. From a point Q, first you mark the center O. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24. Length of the tangent means length of the tangent is given to you 24. Suppose PQ I am marking. Tangent is what here? PQ. So this is 24 centimeter. And one more thing given to you. The distance of Q from the center is 25. From the center to the point Q, the distance is given to you 25 centimeter. You have to find out the radius. So obviously it is right angle triangle. Why? The radius and tangent is perpendicular through the point of contact from the theorem 10.1. So I can tell that triangle OPQ is right angled triangle. Triangle at a point P through 10.1 theorem. You have to write the theorem statement, okay, so that it's a right angle triangle. So apply a Pythagoras theorem because I know the two sides of that right angle triangle, so we can find out the other side. By Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So base is 24 here and the perpendicular square, that is OP square, I don't know, I have to find out that value only. 25 square is 625, 24 square is 576 equal to OP square. So subtract these two, is 49 equal to OP square. So OP value will be OP equal to, the square comes inside, under root of 49, that is 7. So OP value will be 7 centimeter. Question number 2. In the figure 10.11, if TP and TQ are the two tangents to a circle with the center O, so that angle OPQ equal to 110 degree, then find out the angle PTQ is equal to. Options are given to you. So according to the figure, I am going to do that. What is given in this figure? This is T, this is P, this is Q, this is O. Okay, this is angle O 110 given to you already. I am going to find out angle PTQ, that is angle T value. It's so simple. Why? The tangent and radius is always perpendicular through 10.1 theorem. So it is 90 degree. The radius and tangent is always perpendicular. So this is also 90 degree. Okay. Now in the quadrilateral I got three angles. We have to find out the remaining angle, that is angle T. You know that sum of all angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So from that 360 degree I subtract these values, you will get the T value. So write it here. In quadrilateral, OPTQ, sum of all angle, that is angle O plus P plus T plus Q, which is equal to 360 degree angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So add these angles. This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, and this is 120 degree, and angle T which is equal to 360. So angle T which is equal to 360 minus 290. So here answer comes 70 degree. Angle T equal to 70 degree. Question number 3. If the tangents PA and PB from a point P to a circle with the center O are inclined each other at an angle 80 degree, then find out angle POA is equal to, you have to find out the angle value POA from the given options. So draw the figure for the statement. PA and PB from the point P. That means P is an external point. From that external point, two tangents are drawn, that is PA and PB. O is the center of the circle. Okay, this is given to you. These two tangents are inclined. Inclined means meet at angle 80 degree. Then POA you have to find out. POA means this angle you are going to find out. Okay. So let me see that first. You know that according to 10.1 theorem, radius and tangent is 90 degree, always perpendicular. By the same way, the radius and tangent is perpendicular through the point of contact by 10.1 theorem. So that angle A value also 90 degree. So OAPB is a quadrilateral. I have three angles. Can you find out the angle O? Definitely we can find out as like the last question. We can get the angle O value. After getting an angle O value, I have to find out only angle POA value, that is half of angle O. Why I am telling it's half of angle O? Because when I take these two triangles, show the congruency. After showing the congruency, this angle will be equal to this angle. That means angle O is 2 times of angle POA. So from that we can get the answer. So let us see how to solve. See right here. In quadrilateral, OAPB, angle O plus A plus P plus B equal to 360 degree angle sum property. Angle A is 90 degree, angle B is 90 degree, angle P is 80 degree, then remaining is angle O, which is equal to 360 degree. Add these all the values and subtract from 360 degree, you will get the angle O value. 360 minus 260, you will get 100. The whole angle O value is 100. I need only half of it. I already told you how it become. Angle POA is half of angle O. I already told you. Why it is? When you take these two triangles, show the congruency. After the congruency, we can tell that these two angles will be equal. That means angle O, which is equal to 2 times of angle POA, we can tell. So you can look here. 2 times of angle POA, which is equal to angle O. Since why I am writing? Since triangle OAP is congruent to the triangle OBP. So 2 into this multiplied by 2 goes outside, divided by 2. So 100 upon 2, this is 50 degree. Angle POA value is 50 degree. Question number 4. Prove that the tangents drawn at the end of a diameter of a circle are parallel. When you draw the tangents at the end of a diameter of a circle, that should be parallel, you have to prove. So, I am writing, whenever you have to prove, you should write the given and all the things. I am writing what is given to you. The tangents are drawn from the diameter. So, draw the figure first of all. Let's draw. This is O, center of the circle. Two tangents I have drawn here, that is AB and CD. Okay, I have to show that these are parallel when they are drawn at the end of the diameter. So here one diameter is there like this. Like this. This is XY I am marking. Suppose XY is diameter, AB and CD are tangents given to you. So I am writing tangents AB and CD. XY is diameter. What you have to prove? That is to prove. What you have to prove is AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Prove. How we are going to prove? See now. You know that radius and tangent is always perpendicular through the point of contact. So angle x is equal to 90 degree. The same way radius and tangent is always perpendicular through the point of contact. So angle y is 90. If you are taking this side, this is also 90 degree. So look here now. These two angles are equal to 90 degree. When alternate interior angles are equal, then I can tell that these two lines are parallel. That only I am going to do. Angle 1 equal to 90 degree, since by the theorem 10.1 radius is perpendicular to the tangent. That's why, okay, angle 1 equal to 90 degree. The same way, here also angle 2 equal to 90 degree by the same property. We can tell that these two angles are equal. So write it here, angle 1 equal to angle 2 equal to 90 degree. These are which kind of angle? Alternate interior angle. Okay. When the alternate interior angles are equal, I can tell that these two lines will be parallel. So I can write it here, AB is parallel to CD